Hello, hello. Alrighty. What's going on, guys? Let's see what we're looking at right now. Let's get on to OBS. Am I sounding good? I'm sounding good. Let's see what we're looking like right now. Let me put this perfect. Yo, what's going on, guys? First stream on the YouTube channel, man. It's good to be here. It's good to feel good. Let me see what we got going on. All right, so we have a viewer. Whoever's here in the chat, let me see if anyone's in the chat. Let's see what we got going on here in the chat. And I don't even have freaking chat available. So what I'll probably have to do is I'm going to open this bad boy up on the YouTube. This is my first ever stream, so we're gonna see how this goes. You know, y'all see what I be watching. We're gonna see how this goes. See, hold on. I'm gonna have to watch that later. Y'all know how I'm moving. All right, check this out. We'll have to watch this later. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so we're gonna open this up just live, and then we're gonna mute this. All right. Welcome, everyone. Make sure to say what up. We live. Alrighty, guys. So here we are right now. We're making a tier maker, okay? We're making a tier maker. Excuse me, guys, if I don't have, like, I'm trying to understand some of the other little things going on, but I don't know, man. Like, we just hit a stream, dog. And let me just check one more time, see if we're looking good. Alrighty. Look at the tier maker. Alright, we're good, man. We're good, man. Alright, bet. So, right now we're doing a tier maker, guys. We're doing a tier maker. And what's going on is that we have 20 Xbox controllers, okay? We have, you know, actually, here's the list right now. Actually, let me add a few. Because the list is right here, but I didn't even do what I was supposed to do here. Zim Nexus, 15. We could do 8-bit dough. Yeah, right there. 16. We got the 8-bit ultimate. Yes, sir. Then we have 17 original Xbox Series controller. Yes, sir. I spelled that wrong. Who cares? 18. Then we have Xbox One controller. And then we got like something else. Oh yeah, we have the Then we have 19. We have the Xbox adaptive controller. That is for handicapped people. And then we have we had something else here. We had the Hori pad. Yeah, the Hori pad. There we go. We have the Hori pad. Alrighty, guys. So we're looking really good. We're looking really good. Hold on. We're looking really good. All right, perfect. So right now, Jigs is about to rank the Xbox controllers. Now, understand this, right? When it comes to ranking these controllers, and make sure to comment down below. Let me know how y'all feeling. Give me some points. Let me know what y'all think about some of the choices that I'm making as we rank them, because it's gonna help. So the thing is with you know, these controllers, right? You know, we're looking at a lot of the more important things in a controller. We're looking at the trigger stops, back buttons, you know, speed, and honestly, bang for your buck. Like, just because it's $300 don't mean that it feels better than a $40 controller. And that is a real thing that we're going to get into right here. There are a few controllers here that come in at $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, sub $100 that are substantially better than the $200 and the $300 controllers when you value them out. All right, so we're going to start now, and let's just set like a basis. Let's set like a basis point right here. Let's start with the Xbox One controller, right? And I have that right here. All these ads around. I'm putting that at the D rank. The Xbox One controller is actually not a bad controller, right? It's not a bad controller. It's just, it's a basic controller. You don't have any back buttons. You don't get any trigger stops. It's a stock controller. Like, you know, it's not a bad controller. I ain't got no problems with it, you know. But it's regular. And we're going to put the Xbox stock Series X and S controllers into the D rank. Not because they're bad. They're fine. They do a good job. But they're just regular. That's just the case. And they cost $60. There are controllers here that cost less, that do a better job. Now, one can make the argument that since it's wireless, maybe it's a better controller. And if that's the argument, I could put it there if that was really your argument. But you know, don't get me wrong, wireless gaming is fire. It's very, very fire. Matter of fact, I don't know. It's wireless. It's wireless. We can really talk about that. We can really talk about that later. We can really talk about that later. Let's see if anyone, yo, what's going on, guys? Yo, make sure to say what's up. We're here. Make sure to say what's up if you're there. If you want to, you don't want to. I mean, it's whatever. But make sure to say what up. Now, it's wireless, so I mean, that's a little tricky. I ain't gonna lie, that's a little tricky. Oh, and by the way, guys, I've been out for a little bit. You wouldn't believe it. I got a hole in my foot. I stepped on my keys and got a hole in my foot. Went to the hospital. It was one of the rarest things that they ever saw. Even the doctors were laughing. I stepped on my keys. My car keys ended up in my foot. It was in there. Had to go get surgery to get it out. It broke off into my foot. So I've had a long couple weeks. Like, trust me, I did not want to take this long to get back into the game, and I'm still bandaged up right now. But we here, all right. So it's wireless. So I might leave it. Like I'll probably leave it there. I'll probably leave it there. Cause I'll say this, I will 100% take a stock Xbox Series XS or even Xbox One controller over the Wolverine collection. And yeah, some of y'all are going to run me out of town. Some of y'all, I know it. Some of y'all are going to say a million things. Y'all going to be like, "Oh, you're retarded." Like, y'all going to say but what do they do well? Like, I have genuinely asked, my audience this in some comments. Not that I've asked. Let me not say that. Let me not drag it. But, there have been some real conversations with some of my viewers, like some, in the comment section. Ooh, that's good, Agua. We've had in the comment section, what do they do well? Like, okay, the V2 Chroma and the Wolverine Ultimate have RGB. But look at the RGB. Like, let's really look at it really quickly. Wolverine Ultimate Controller, whatever. Right? Let's really look at it, right? Oh my gosh, bro. This is your king. This is the RGB that I ended up spending $80 more for. And look at the D-pad. Ew. That's not it. That's not it. I can't co-sign that. And let alone the back buttons. Now, shouts out to V Kuda. V Kuda has talked about the back buttons. And these are back buttons that are generally not these back buttons are generally not appreciated. Like, forget appreciated. They're generally not liked. They're whack. That's kind of like the consensus on these back buttons. V Kuda rides with these. Like, he rolls with them. I don't personally get it. And that's a top guy, so I rock with him, and it is opinion at the end of the day. But nah, like these back buttons is not it. I don't get it, And then the software is cool. The software is cool, but let's be honest. 90, I might be bugging if I said 99, but I think I'll stick with 99. 99% of these users are not going to touch this software more than once. You look to see what's going on, and then you're done. The software for this thing is regular. It's very, very regular. And it's wired. It's hardwired. Oh no, is it hardwired? I forget. But it's a wired controller. What are we talking about? Let me check if anyone's out here. It's a wired controller. What are we really talking about here? So I can't co-sign it. I find it hard to co-sign this. I really, really do. Yeah, so no. And even the V2 Chroma. The Chroma ain't it either. The Chroma ain't it either. I mean, look at this. This is the RGB. This little strip right here that you couldn't see in the dark. I have the controller. Matter of fact, hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second, guys, because I have the controllers. I ain't over here talking. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. You know, we're back. You know, I have the controller. Okay? Show you it right now. You know? Where is it? Might be tricky to find so last minute. Maybe I should have organized this a little better, but all right, we'll probably get it later. We'll probably get it later. Let me see. Let me see what we're looking at. We'll probably get it later. But you know, I have the controller. It's not it, y'all. I can't rock with this at all. So yeah, we're gonna leave this on the D. I can't do it here. Now, moving forward, I am going to put the adaptive Xbox controller in the S tier. I may be putting my emotions in this. I don't know. I might be being emotional, but the fact that Xbox does have a brand name, you know, completely like no third party, it's just straight from Xbox. Controller for people with disabilities. Is there a way to get rid of this ad? All right, yeah, there it is. You know, a controller with disabilities for people who are disabled. As a person with disabled people in my family, I rock with that heavy. You know, they want to have fun too. You know, they want to have fun. And for them to have a first party option, I co-sign it. I co-sign it heavily. So I put that in the S tier. Now, mind you, I ain't never used that controller, so I don't even know if it's good. Like, if you guys know anyone who uses this controller, who's handicapped or challenged and uses this controller, let me know if it's a good controller. Because if it's not a good controller, you know, it's not durable, it doesn't last, bro, we will put this below the D. Like, we will drop this all the way on the F, the Z, because why even make a controller for challenged people if it's going to be challenging to use? You understand me? So we'll leave. But I'm going to assume that the controller does its job. You know, is it a good controller? I would hope so. But let's be honest. All controllers that we have pretty much done their jobs, right? It's really more about whether or not they're as good as the pricing makes you think that they are, or if it's going to last that long. But for the most part, a lot of these controllers do their job, some better than others, but do any of them do a bad job? Rarely. Very rarely. So, you know, now, moving forward, we're leaving this in the S tier, okay? For another C tier controller, where I'm probably going to go with this, I might take the compact, the Recon compact, and put it on the C tier. Let's see what we got going on here. I might put the compact on the C tier. It's hard for me to put it on the D tier with the Wolverine collection because it is a cheaper controller, so you do get more bang for your buck. Is it? Hold on. Recon Revolution. Let me see. It is. No, it is not a cheaper controller. No, it is not. It's about $100 just like the rest of them. So then if that's the case, what Recon did with that controller, y'all already saw it in my videos. I wasn't a fan of it. We'll put it in the D. We'll put it in the D. I can't rock with it. It don't feel good. Like it's ergonomics. It ain't it. Some people like it. But I can't co-sign it. It don't feel good, and it's wired. You know, I have to leave it alone. I'll definitely have to leave it. I'll put it down here. Alrighty, now things get a little bit harder. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. Turtle Beach Recon, even though it's wired, I might put it C. What it did at its price point, I liked a lot. Came with softwares. Came with, you know, a very in-depth audio system. That might be a gimmick. Like, I'll be honest. It might be a gimmick. I don't even know, per se, if I really used it all that much, but it was nice. It was very, very nice. It's very cool. I did enjoy the effort.
When things break, you look awfully
come
quick to
on.
find the problem.
And I did enjoy the effort, and I thought it was a pretty good controller. Like I genuinely thought that. So I I'm going to I'll leave it on the C tier. I'll leave it on the C tier. Yeah, I'll leave it on C tier. I liked it. I liked it because when I think about the Wolverines and the Nacon, I definitely felt like they dropped the ball. And the Recon was $60. You know, $60, did a great job. I don't think it had back buttons though, but I think I'll leave it on the C tier. I enjoyed my experience with the Recon. Okay, now, whew, now there are a couple controllers that I never tried, but we'll get into those. There are only a few that I never tried, and I wanted to review them, but it's not like I'm going to be able to review. Well, I will review them, but I wanted to make this video before I reviewed them because the reality is just how do I say this? There's like a new controller every month, and so you got to make this video. I wanted to make this video for a few months now. I wanted to stream this for a few months now. I wasn't going to keep waiting. So now it gets a little tricky. It does get a little bit more tricky about what's A, B, and S. Because now I feel we're only left with A, B, and S tier controllers. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Power A Spectra Infinity S tier status. I am. It is a wonderful controller. Like, for $30, you get a very in-depth RGB experience. You know, with back buttons. And you get great back buttons, trigger stops that are not bad, and an RGB experience that is quite enjoyable. Dude, only thing it doesn't do is that it's wired. That's the only thing. And I will accept it because the controller is $30-40. $30-40, that's cheaper than the regular controllers. That means I could buy two and it'll likely last as long, or rather, if I bought two Infinity controllers, it would likely last as long as one Xbox controller anyway. And, you know, maybe that's a bit of a hassle. I don't know. Like, we could really go back and forth on that. That's why I'm saying drop it in the comments below. We could really go back and forth on that. But I'm going to stick with the Infinity at S tier. Because for $30-40, trigger stops, back buttons, in-depth RGB. I think it also had a software. And it feels really good. It feels exactly like a regular Xbox controller. I'm rocking with it. I got to rock with it. Now let's take the eSwap X. I'm going to put the eSwap X in B. It's a very fast controller, so I do rock with the speed of the controller. But it was a very big controller. Like, let me see if I have it right here. It's a very big controller. Like, we're talking about a controller that, truthfully speaking, give me 1 second, guys, because I gotta go get this controller. Hold on, guys, because this controller, guys, hold on, y'all. Because this controller, as you can see, I really keep everything, and this is the Wolverine collection that I was looking for. Boom, this is what I was looking for. Here is the eSwap X, right? Here's the, ooh. Hope I didn't do nothing. Here's the eSwap X, okay? It's such a large controller. Like, I still can't get around it to this day. But it's a good controller, though. Like, it's still a very good controller. I do rock with it. I do rock with it. And I will rock with it. And I will talk with it. You understand me? So, we'll leave this thing at B. You know, the swapping and everything is really cool. And the back buttons weren't bad. They weren't bad. I did like the back buttons. No, actually, no. The back buttons weren't good. My fault. The back buttons were not good. Yeah, we'll leave it at B. We'll leave it at B. Yeah, it did a lot of good things. It was a great try. Maybe the price point is a little high. Maybe. But I got to leave it at B. Now we can go with the eSwap S. The eSwap S is A. No, matter of fact, how much did the eSwap S cost? Matter of fact, let me. That'll be a big determining factor on what. It was about $100, maybe. No, a little more than that. Damn. The eSwap S. It's A or up. I just don't know if it's S tier. Because at $120, was it worth it? And I liked it a lot, guys. I really like the eSwap S a lot. But I don't like it as much as the Infinity. And I don't respect it as much as the adaptive controller. Let's leave it at A. Let's leave it at A. Let's leave it at A. Yeah, we'll leave it at A. That's fine. Now, the Gambit S tier. S tier. I'm not going to talk about it too much. I'm not going to talk about it too much at all. Matter of fact, let's put this in the front. Yes. I'm not going to talk about it too much at all. I've raved about it since the day I got it. It is a fast controller, a responsive controller, a nice ergonomic controller, great back buttons, great trigger stops. Yes, it is wired, so that's a bit of a problem. But at $80 to $100, you get a powerhouse of a controller with softwares. I'm keeping it. I ain't going nowhere on that one. Victrix Gambit is the number one controller. Like, it's probably the number one controller on this list. Like, it's very close. Like, it's very very close. It's very very close. I don't know. Like, if it's not number one, it's top 3 for sure. Like, easily that. Now we can go with. That's the PDP controller. The PDP controller is okay. It's very much okay. You know, it's a wired controller with no back buttons. It's not nearly as sturdy as like the regular controllers, like the stock Xbox controllers that I talked about earlier. The RGB is really nice. That thing pops. But do I enjoy it as much as a stock Xbox controller? No. Now, PDB controller is like $30 though. Like, it is $30 though. And the RGB is fire. Alright, let's move it up. We'll move it up. With the RGB. With the Common, what's going on, man? Common, what's going on? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this chat thing. Let's see. Okay, let me pop out chat. Perfect. Let me pop out chat right here. Perfect. LOG Common, how you doing, man? Let me pop out chat right here. Where's chat? Where is chat? Give me a second. Great. Perfect. How you doing, Common? Common, what's going on, man? Common, what was S tier? Let me know. What was S tier? What was S tier that you saw? Let me know. What was S tier? Let me see. How long we been doing this? 23 minutes? Nice. Comment, let me know what was S tier if you're still around. Hope you're still around, man. Appreciate you. You always been a good supporter of the channel, so you know. I definitely will be taking your opinion into consideration. eSwap S Pro for S. Okay, yeah. You think eSwap S for S tier? For S tier? I mean, listen, okay, the Gambit is S tier for sure. We have the adaptive controller as S tier for the reasons that I explained, with it just being cool to have disabled people or challenged people as to be able to have them gaming. That's dope. The Power A Spectra Infinity at $30 gives you everything. But is the eSwap S really S tier? Like, for $120, does it do more than, say, the Spectra Infinity at $30? Maybe, but not by much. You know, like the eSwap S is not significantly better than the Power A Spectra Infinity, but it costs 5 times more. So I don't think I can rock with that. Then we're talking about the Gambit. Now, the Gambit is a fast, responsive controller with a very incredible software, great sound design, great ergonomic feel. And I think the Gambit is cheaper. Let me look. All right, you know what? If the Victrix Gambit is cheaper, then okay, boom. So then I'm sorry. eSwap gotta go. eSwap gotta go. It has to stay in A. Has to. It just has to. If the Gambit is cheaper than the eSwap, and the eSwap is doing less than the Gambit, then the eSwap gotta stay in the A. Gotta stay in the A. Sorry. The Gambit is $100 doing everything under the sun. Literally carrying Xbox on his back. eSwap is dabbing Xbox up, but it's not carrying it on his back. So I gotta stick with that one. We have the Elite Series 2 controllers. We have the Elite Series 2 controllers. RP in the chat for real. I'm going to... Oh, we can't keep the chat. We can't keep the chat here. See how I'm going to keep the chat here. Let's see if there's a way to keep chat here. I don't even know. Damn. See if there's a... it's going to be tricky. Pop-up chat right there. Alright, perfect. We could do something like that. Yes, sir. Perfect. Alright, no problem. Oh, actually, leave it like that. Sweet. Okay. Should be good now. There we go. So, here we are. Now, okay. So, chat is here. Everything is good. We're looking really, really good. Let me get rid of the images. Come on now. There we go. Let's get rid of the images. Bring back chat. Actually, thing like that. Yes, sir. Bring back chat to Rooney. Yes, sir. Okay. So, Elite Series 2 controller. I brought the Halo edition because that's one of the coolest colorways, right? So the Elite Series 2, its durability has been garbage, notoriously garbage. But it's still a good controller. Like, when it's working well, it is a top tier controller. But because it's not usually working well, we gotta leave it in B. That's the reality. Hold on, let me see if I'm looking good on the stream. All right, hold on. Let me move this over a little bit more. Actually, matter of fact, we could put this. Oh, come on, yeah. We could minimize that, minimize this, minimize that, minimize this. That's the Oculus you heard. All right, perfect. So we can bring this back. Perfect. We're gonna put this here. Oh my gosh, minimize that. We're going to put this here, perfect, and put that there. Nice. All right, great. So now we should be cooking with oil now. Great. So now what are we looking at? So, you know, no, Joe, the eSwap S is very good. I ain't lying. The eSwap S, I rock with it, but dude, it's more expensive than the Gambit, and it does not do more than the Gambit. If I have the Gambit at S, I can't. If the Gambit is S tier, bro, I can't have. No, there's no way. I can't rock with you guys. There ain't no way in my God-given mind that I'ma have the eSwap S on the same level as the Gambit if the Gambit is doing more with less money. There's no way, my guy. I gotta leave the eSwap S on A. Y'all can make a great argument for S, and honestly, maybe if the argument had nothing to do with pricing, maybe I could move this to S. If it had nothing to do with pricing. Yeah, Victrix definitely is the best. I think all right. Hey, comment if you gotta go. Peace out, man. Okay, you know what? Comment. I gotta agree with you. The Victrix is probably the best controller on this entire list. It's easily top 3. Easily, it's probably the best. The eSwap S, from a quality standpoint, is probably top 3 as well. Honestly speaking, from a quality standpoint. But I gotta factor in the price. Like, if you guys don't factor in the price, I think a lot of these controllers start. I think the list gets a lot different. But you have to factor in the price. I'm not gonna spend more than I have to get the same job done. That's how I feel. Because if you don't factor in the price, then the Scuff Instinct Pro is S tier without a doubt. And it probably is S tier when this whole conversation is over. But it's almost $300. It's almost $300. I can't listen. I'm not gonna recommend something that gonna cost the same amount as the console. You know what I'm saying? And if the eSwap S is cheaper than the Gambit, I gotta put. It's more expensive than the Gambit. I will have to leave it on the A. That's just my reasoning. We'll leave it at that. Listen, the more people that come in, please write in the chat what y'all thinking, because I love to hear your opinions, and I'm reading it as we speak. Now, here we have the Elite. So yeah, we put the Elite Series 2 in the B tier. You know, we could throw the Elite Series 1 in the B tier as well, because durability issues are such a crazy thing with that controller. There's no way it can get higher than B. If it had good durability, it would be A, maybe even S. But it is just terrible. Now, this is the Power A Enhanced controller. Or rather, the Power A Fusion. Yeah, it's the Fusion. You're going to get the Gambit, but eSwap for this, in fact. Yeah. Switching out the sticks is cool. I do rock with the sticks. And, oh, you know what? You know what? I didn't even think about that. Switching out the sticks, having essentially an infinitely good set of joysticks on a controller. Yeah, you got to be spending, $20 a pop or whatever. Yo, y'all messing with me, man. Yeah, because they will get stick drift. That's true. Joe, no, that's true, Joe. They will get stick drift. Damn. Because if that's, you know what? All right, y'all right. Y'all right. Y'all were right. You won this one. Hold on. Cheers. You won this one. Joe, you won that one. Great point. Great point. What, like, the sticks? Great point. Gotta give it to you. Hey, I rock with you, Joe. Yeah, and you know what? If that's the case, put eSwap X in A. That's true. It's a little uncomfortable. Nah, I gotta drop it back down. Because the back buttons on the eSwap X were really terrible. And that was really its biggest. Yeah, the controller is lifetime. Exactly. You're 100% right, Joe. You could really make that argument that for the rest of your life, or rather for the rest of the company's life, for as long as they continue to make the parts, because they could always discontinue it, and then you're stuck. But the eSwap X genuinely dropped the ball on the back buttons, and they charge you a lot for the back buttons, and they dropped the ball bad. Can't rock with the eSwap X at A, but the eSwap S is S. eSwap S for S tier. They earned that. All right, copy. Moving forward. Now we have the Power A Fusion. The Fusion has A tier capabilities. I do rock with the Fusion quite a lot. You see, I have the Fusion Pro 2. It's right here. And, I did rock with the Fusion a little bit. I just felt like the trigger locks were very underwhelming. And yeah, the Gambit's paddles are incredible. But so are the eSwap SS paddles. So you're not really missing much. They're very similar. But the Gambit's paddles are incredible. So the Fusion Pro 2, I'll actually leave it on B. It's a really good controller. I ain't mad at it. It's a wired controller though. But the paddles do a good job. I just feel like the paddles are a little flimsy. The paddles definitely feel like they'll break. So I don't really rock with the paddles too much. Let's see how the stream is doing, guys. All right, no problem. No problem, no problem. But the paddles are a little flimsy. I don't really like the paddles too much. So I kind of want to put it on the C tier. And I think it's a hardwired controller. Was it hardwired? I doubt it was. But and it did have trigger stops. And it had a software. I'll leave it on B. I'll leave it on B. I rock with it. I'll leave it on B. Now we have let's tackle the Scuff Instinct part. Let's really tackle this, okay? The Scuff Instinct Pro is a great controller. I have it. It is actually my main Xbox controller. I co-sign this controller very heavily. I really, really do. And by the way, guys, let me know what your favorite controllers are. Let me know what y'all are rocking with so that we can make moves, because this is a back and forth discussion. I can't just be talking and telling y'all what I think. What y'all think means a lot as well. The Scuff Instinct Pro is it's an amazing controller. And it has S tier through and through. Matter of fact, it's very expensive. And so I do want to put it in the A because it's so expensive and you honestly may not even really need it. I do want to put it in the A. But dude, it's a wireless, amazing back buttons, amazing trigger stops with great grip. And honestly, it doesn't have a software, but it doesn't need one because it's basically a stock Xbox controller just souped up. I think I might put this in the. I'm gonna put the Instinct Pro in S and put the Instinct in A. Is that good? Because the Instinct series is fire. I rock with the Instinct series heavily. Even if you look at this, removable faceplate, guys. That alone, hold on, it's like iRobot crap. Like I really rock with the removable faceplate. It's a lot. They did a lot of things right, and you can own. The durability is okay though. It's definitely no Elite Series 2 terrible durability kind of situation. The Pro is a fine durability test. I'll leave the Instinct in A and the Pro in S. Let me know if I'm bugging. Let me know if I'm crazy. If I'm crazy, I'll call it. But I think I'm good. I think I'm good here. Now we're down to some controllers. Oh, you know what? Let me do the Compact Pro. The Recon Revolution. Oh, no, that's not the... No, okay, yeah. We're down to the 4 controllers that I actually never tried. And so it makes it a little tricky. You see, I wanted to make this tier list before. For the Fusion Pro 2. Feels great, a little heavy. I'm crying. He doesn't let you use it, Joe? He doesn't let you use it, Joe? How old is your son? The paddles feel okay to me. It feels better than with 2 paddles on. I agree. 2 paddles on makes it feel a little better. 4 paddles is a little much. You'd have to really, But the Fusion Pro 2. Yeah. Then I think maybe we're on the same page. We keep that thing at B. Maybe A. But we keep that thing at B. I'm keeping it at B. Oh, your son is 9? God bless you. I'm happy. Listen, I'm happy, the boy's growing up well. He knows how to fight for his. He's not giving it to you. Hey, man. But that's how it is, man. You don't want his toy getting broken. So, But 9 years old. That's a great thing. I have a niece. I have some nieces and nephews. They're turning 6 next year, and yeah, they're also starting to get to that age where it's like mine. You know, I bought it. I gave it to you, but it's yours. It is what it is. I mean, it is theirs. I gave it to them, right? Uh, but now we're down to 4 controllers that I haven't tried. Will be trying. Will be reviewing, but you know, I would have to go with the specs of their controllers rather than my experience with those controllers because, you know, I haven't had them and I've been wanting to make this stream for a while now. But every single month, I get another controller and another controller and another controller that comes out that it's like, oh, okay, I can't review all the controllers anymore. But it's like, might as well. I mean, look at it. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Before I was making money, before I was even really eligible for any type of sponsor, and I'm still not even eligible for sponsorships. I just make money off YouTube. I bought all 16 of these controllers. That ran my pockets bad. You know what? Mission accomplished, though. We're sitting at 1,500 subscribers and going strong. So mission accomplished, but I can't keep buying these controllers, man. It's hurting me. So these controllers, they'll probably get bought and returned and everything like that. And I'll take deep notes on what they got going on and how good they feel. But let's really get into it. So we have the 8-bit, you know, the 8-bit DOE controller. It's a controller that's supposed to emulate retro gaming for Xbox. It's wired. It has 2 back buttons, no trigger stops, a basic audio control system. It is just retro feeling. Since that's the case, let's look at the pricing. Oh, shoot. What happened, guys? What happened, guys? Oh, just silly stuff. Let's look at the pricing, okay? An 8-bit DOE Pro 2 controller. We're looking at $40. But again, you know, it's very basic. It's not like the Spectra Infinity where for $40 I get a power out. It's a $40 controller that emulates retro gaming. That's what it is. You know, like that's what it is in a nutshell. And since that, but I do know that it comes with a battery pack, which is pretty cool or something like that. But if that's all it's doing, it lands it. Actually, it really lands itself back here. Nah, it has back paddles. And I think it comes with a software. It's either D or... I'll put it on C. Because you know what? That retro design is cool. I do like stuff like that. A lot of people like stuff like that. It does have back paddles. I'm almost positive it has a software. I will leave it on C. But since it's wired, you know, I was not taking this controller. Yeah, it's wired, so we leave it on C. Now we have basically its cousin or its brother, which is the 8-bit DOE Ultimate, which is a lot of the same thing. It's a lot of the same thing, just, you know, not retro. So if that's really the case, I mean, dude, and does it have back? Yeah, it has back. Ooh, but those are good back buttons. You see that? Right where they should be. Ooh, those are good back buttons. I can't lie. But you know what? Again, it's a regular controller. Like that's just the reality. No trigger stops, no nothing. It's wired. What are we talking about right now? Let's drop this bad boy, land it in C, call it a day. That's what we're looking at. Then we have the Hori Pad. The Hori Pad is cool. I do rock with the Hori Pad controller. It has back buttons, which is pretty dope. Then we have... Do I recommend the Gambit? You want to get the rate remap kit and clicky triggers. I recommend the Gambit 100%. It don't even come close. Forget the extreme rate remap kit and all that stuff. clicky triggers, da da da. So, because you said, do you remember the Gambit? I wanted to either get the Extreme Rate Remap Kit and clicky triggers, or another controller. Can't decide. Dude, I recommend the Gambit. If you do not care about being wired up, the Gambit is the best controller out right now. Only being rivaled by the eSwap S. That is it. If you do not care about being wired up, I highly recommend you the Gambit. Highly. It's not even close. So go check out the Gambit. If it's not the Gambit, then you could go do the Extreme Rate Remap Kit. Check that stuff out. If you're not going to do the Gambit. But I really recommend you the Gambit. I would not send you towards the Remap Kit at all. You know, leave that alone. The Gambit comes with a lot of stuff. And I don't know if you're Joe, let me know are you an Xbox or are you a PC gamer? Let me know. If you're a PC gamer, I double, quadruple, double recommend the Gambit. If you're not and you're just an Xbox gamer, I still highly recommend the Gambit. But as you can see from what I'm talking about, if you were to get the Gambit, understand that your gameplay would actually multiply if you got the PC, if you switched over to PC in your spare time, if that ever became an option or a thought process for you. So there's that. But if you know, so boom, so you play Xbox, then just keep it with that. I still highly recommend the Gambit. But since you only play Xbox, I think it might be cheaper to do the remap kit. You know, you might have a little fun with that. Try that out. But, dude, I highly recommend the Gambit. Highly. And it's USB-C. So, I don't know if you got a long USB-C cable. It don't matter what USB-C cable you got. If you got a 10 feet one or whatever, you can use it. And, you know, it's oftentimes it's like it's playing your wireless. If you're that far out, right, 10 feet out from your TV or your monitor. Dude, I can ramble on and on about the Gambit. I highly recommend it. If you're going to get a new controller, please get that one. So now we're looking at the HoriPad. The HoriPad controller, the back buttons for the HoriPad. I'm trying to get a picture for it because I saw it earlier. I was looking at it earlier. The HoriPad controller Xbox back buttons. Maybe it'll show. Yeah, it's a very... Look at that. That don't look comfortable at all already. I have many controllers that try the middle stuff. It's not it. I don't imagine it'll look good. Even ergonomically speaking, you know, it's looking like it's probably going to drop the ball. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. But just from what I'm looking at, you know... Well, this one has back buttons. This one for Xbox Series X doesn't have back buttons. I don't know if it does or it doesn't. But, you know, the ergonomics of it all, it looks like a basic controller. I doubt the whole look of this thing doesn't look right. Doesn't look like it's going to be a good Xbox controller. And it's wired. Keep this bad boy on D. There's not much that you're going to get from this one. Keep this bad boy on D. Now, what we're going to do here, we are at the last controller. Can we pop champagne or rather water? Maybe I should have drank a Malta. That'd have been cool. But we are at the what I would consider it's called, some of y'all probably never even heard this controller. Some of y'all probably never heard of it. It's called I want to say the Zim Nexus Controller. That's really what I want to call it. The Zim Nexus Controller. It's supposed to be a very advanced gaming controller with a ton of like precision motion aiming and all these different things. It has back buttons. It's supposed to have, look, it has back buttons. It has, you know, does it have trigger stops? Okay, it doesn't have trigger stops. It has a long battery life, all these different things. Is it wireless? I don't believe it's wireless. Oh, no, I think it's wireless. Is it wireless? It might be. It could be. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. This thing, it's a little rare, but it's, you know, you can get your hands on it. I don't really know what this thing could really be in store. And even look at it. It has 3-star reviews. Not sure why. But I am going to take a leap on this and say that this controller is going to be A tier. I'll take a leap on that. With everything that it's coming with, and I think it's wireless, is the Zim Nexus Controller wireless? If it's wireless, it's A. Guys, it's wireless. It's A. It's wireless. So I have to keep it on A. I have to keep it on A. This has to be the list. I don't see it getting better than this. Yeah. This is the list. Listen, I'm about to head off. We've been talking for 51 minutes. Let me know. We're rounding out. Let's see how many of you guys are here. We got 3 viewers here. At one point, we had 7. Wow, that's really dope. And they lasted. How long did they last? It doesn't really show actually, but I'm assuming for like 10 minutes maybe. While everyone who's still here, or whether it's 1, 2, 3 people, whoever is here, let me know. How did you like the list? I'm going to log off in about 2 or 3 minutes. How did you like the list? Was it a good list? Do you rock with the list? Let me know. Okay? Let me edit this thing. La-di-da. Yeah, we're all good. Everything's good here. Let's see. Oh, by the way, also, let me know. How was the experience? Were there a lot of ads? Like, did ads come up? All these different things. Oh, for anyone who just came in, this is the list, guys. This is the list. But let me know, guys, like, how was the experience? Were there a lot of ads? Let me know. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't even get ads. I couldn't even watch it and see if I had ads. But let me know if the ad experience was good. How do you like this list? Is this list good? I'll give you guys 2, 3 more minutes to chime in. If you have anything that you want to say, go on and say it. But, we're talking about an S to D tier list. I like the list I came up with. I like it a lot. I have no problems with it. No problems with it at all. I like it a lot. I know, I like the list a lot. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll give you guys a couple more minutes, or maybe 1 or 2 more minutes to. Oh, Joe, what would you say? I will get the Gambit, bro. Let you know what I think when I get my pause on it. Thank you, man. Thank you, Joe. That's definitely. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm definitely thinking about doing more live streams. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear. I'm a controller channel. I'm definitely trying to pivot a little bit more out of that, expand what we got going on. When you get the Gambit, make sure to let me know. Comment on the videos or shoot. Right? The list is good. You know what I'm saying? I think the list is fair because from price and everything. I think the list was fair. In fact, maybe I should have even shown what my criteria was in the top left corner. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, man, thank you, Joe, for showing out. Thank you for commenting and interacting. I really appreciate that. A lot of love to you, man. I don't know if I'm going to stream a lot more, but hey, if I can, I will. If there's anything to talk about, I will. And I hope I see you every time. But all right, cool. So live stream's just about over. Thank you to everyone who showed out. It's over. Now, as y'all know, Chukavelli was in, and now Chukavelli is leaving the building. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Peace to the Middle East, man. And end. Oh, wow, your live